Hey, hello, and welcome back. I am Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity, and this is another episode of the Getting to Clarity Show. This is the place where you come if you want to get the tips, tools, and techniques to make more of an impact in your role, in your leadership, with less of a sacrifice to who you are and your life. Today, we are talking about the clarity edge. Clarity, of course, and especially as it relates to decision making. So, really, what this is about is overcoming the analysis, right? The paralysis of analysis, overcoming decision paralysis with clarity. So, have you ever been so overwhelmed by a decision that you felt stuck? Whether it's a career move or a leadership challenge or a business opportunities that excites you and terrifies you at the same time? Well, uncertainty can creep in and slow you down, if not stop you altogether. Because when we lack clarity, we overthink, we hesitate, and then sometimes we make choices that don't really align with who we are, what we truly want. But what if you had a simple framework to guide you toward the right decision, one that felt clear and confident and aligned? Well, that's where the clarity edge in decision making comes in. 5 powerful questions designed to help you navigate life and business decisions with intention, those big decisions. So, whether you're leading a team, whether you're growing your career, whether you're building a business, these questions will help you cut through the noise and then choose with more confidence. How does that sound? So, does this align with my core values? Is the first question. At the heart of every great decision is alignment. If a choice doesn't reflect your core values, it's going to create friction down the road. You'll sabotage yourself. So, under this question, or some other kind of, we'll say, sub questions that you can ask yourself, think about, what are your top 3 values in career? What are your top 3 values in life? I mean, what is really meaningful to you? Does this decision support or conflict with those values? So, for example, if you value work life, I'm going to say harmony, I don't like balance, but if you're considering a promotion that requires constant travel and 70-hour work weeks, and you've got a brand new young family, is that really, truly the right path? Is that where you're going to do your best work? So when your decisions align with your values, they feel right. When they don't, no matter logic or money is going to make them fulfilling. You can also ask yourself, question number 2, what is the bigger picture? It is so easy to get caught up in short-term pressures. What's urgent, Oh, what feels comfortable? Oh, what feels good? But clarity comes from seeing beyond today. So some sub-questions under this might be, will this decision move me closer to my long-term goals? In 5 years, am I going to look back and be glad I made this choice? What is the potential ripple effect of this decision? Many professionals struggle with this. I once coached a manager who was offered a very high paying job. He thought that was it, but it was at a company that he knew had a reputation for burnout. So he thought he could power through it. But the short term gain, it was tempting. But when his long term vision, building a sustainable leadership career, he realized that the opportunity wasn't worth the cost. So your future self will thank you for choosing in alignment with your long-term goals. It's not just your current circumstances. How about this for a question? Am I making this decision from fear or confidence? Fear-based decisions tend to keep us stuck. They sound like, ooh, I should take this job because I don't know if a better one's going to come along. I need to say yes because I don't want to disappoint anyone. All the people who have helped me. Or maybe it's, ooh, I'm not ready to make a change. Even though where I'm at, I know it's not working, right? Fear is keeping you stuck. Clarity-driven decisions, on the other hand, come from more confidence. This is the right step, even if it is uncomfortable in the beginning. I trust myself to figure things out. how much have you already navigated in your life and you figured out? Give yourself some credit. And it could be that, all right, I'm saying no because this does not align with my vision, right? So that's coming from a more confident standpoint. There was an executive I worked with that put off launching her business. She was leaving corporate, launching her business because she feared leaving the security of her corporate job. But once we worked through it, we realized her hesitation was based more on fear, not a lack of readiness. She was. She made the leap and she never looked back. So fear keeps you safe. That's what its modus operandi is, to keep you safe. Clarity helps you to move forward. Which one are you choosing? So here's another question for you to consider. What's the cost of saying yes? Every decision comes with a trade-off. So saying yes to one thing often means that you're saying no to something else. So some sub-questions under this is, if I say yes, what am I saying no to? Get clear on that. Take some time to examine what that might be. What resources, time, energy, focus will this require? Do you have it? Does this trade-off make sense? Only you know. It's your answers are the ones that matter. So a leader might be offered a chance to lead a high visibility project, and it sounds amazing. But if it means sacrificing personal time or delaying other key goals, is it truly worth it? At least examine it, because not every opportunity is the right opportunity. I always say, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. So understanding the cost of saying yes helps you to make better choices with full awareness. So you're making a decision. It's not just by default. So here's the last question. If I couldn't fail, what would I choose? Doubt clouds our thinking. It makes us hesitate. It makes us shrink ourselves, our dreams, and choose the safe option, what we already know, instead of one that is more aligned and that could be out of our comfort zone. So let's remove failure from the equation for a moment and just ask yourself, we're not doing anything yet, just ask yourself, if I knew I couldn't fail, what decision would I make? What's possible if I trust myself to figure things out? Now, I'm not advising you to be reckless about your decisions, but I want you to see beyond the fear and into possibility. Some of the greatest career moves, business shifts, leadership breakthroughs happen when you choose the path that excites you instead of the one that you know that keeps you safe. So let's bring it all together. These 5 questions help you gain a clarity edge, and they help guide your decisions. So does this align with my core values? What's the bigger picture? Am I making this decision from fear or confidence? What's the cost of saying yes? And if I couldn't fail, what would I choose? Use them anytime that you're faced with a tough choice. Share them with your team members, whether it's taking on a new role, launching a business, making a leadership decision, or even enforcing a boundary and setting some personal priorities. The more you practice asking these questions, the clearer your path becomes. So, what do you do now? Well, within the next 48 hours, make a clear decision. So apply this framework. Identify one decision that you maybe been struggling with, whether it's big or small. You want to get some practice in, and walk through these 5 questions. Write down your answers, or at least type them in a Word doc, and notice the patterns that become clear, because clarity isn't about knowing every single detail of the future. It's about making aligned choices now so that your future comes to you with more purpose and you have more direction. So if you are looking for more strategies on clarity, decision making, leadership development, then I invite you to hop on over to my website at www.debbiepetersonspeaks.com. So until the next time, here is wishing you the clarity you deserve. Take care. Be good to yourself.